I want to take a second to talk about a bill that's been brought forward by this MP, Leah Gazan from the NDP. Because yesterday was the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, and if you were online like I was, you saw a lot of residential school denialism. It is a huge problem. And so Leah Gazan has brought forward a bill that would criminalize residential school denialism. I want to take some time to look at the bill, because it's quite short and it's quite important. So the bill specifically seeks to, quote, create an offense of willfully promoting hatred against Indigenous peoples by condoning, denying, downplaying, or justifying the Indian residential school system in Canada through statements communicated other than in private conversation. So you cannot publicly engage in residential school denialism. At least that's the idea. Specifically, it is about communicating statements other than in private conversation which willfully promote hatred against Indigenous peoples. Willful is important here. By condoning, denying, downplaying, or justifying the Indian residential school system in Canada or misrepresenting facts relating to it. Now, to be clear, there are defenses built into the bill here. If you establish that your statements are true, you're fine. If you are acting in good faith or attempted to establish by an argument an opinion on a religious subject or an opinion based in a religious text, if the statements were relevant to public interest, or if the statements are made in good faith, seeking understanding. So here's the thing. If you actually have evidence to support what you want to say about residential schools, you're fine here. If you can establish that what you were saying is true, you're okay. So anybody concerned about this is really just concerned about losing their ability to lie about residential schools. And if you're going to come on here and say, well, what if they don't know the truth? Then don't announce something wrong. If you don't know the truth, you have a responsibility to educate yourself rather than repeating lies. Frankly, I think this is a perfectly reasonable bill. If you can explain to me how residential school denialism is anything other than hate speech, I'd love to hear it, but it's hate speech. Pretty plain and simple.